Will Smith is an actor, film producer, and rapper who has a net worth of $350 million. Will Smith has been one of the most famous celebrities in the world in the last 3 decades. He has also spent much of his career as one of the highest-paid celebrities on the planet. Every year, Will Smith earns at least $40 million from his various endeavors and has earned as much as $80 million in some years. For example, between June 2019 and June 2020, Will earned $45 million from his various endeavors, primarily film salaries. At the peak of his career in the 2000s, Will earned $20 to $30 million per movie. In recent years, he has earned massive single film salaries from Netflix. He reportedly earned $20 million for the 2017 Netflix movie Bright, and $35 million for its sequel. With bonuses, he earned $60 million and an awkward Academy Award for King Richard. He is also somewhat of a social media star. As of this writing, Will has more than 63 million followers on Instagram, 9.8 million subscribers on YouTube, and 72.8 million followers on TikTok. Will Smith was born and raised in West Philadelphia, of modest beginnings as the son of a school administrator and refrigerator engineer. One of his childhood friends was Jeffrey Allen Towns, who was a popular local DJ and was eventually known as DJ Jazzy Jeff. They met by chance when Jeff was performing down the street and needed a hype man. Smith jumped at the chance, and the two had instant chemistry. They would eventually form a group called DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. In 1986, they caught the year of Russell Simmons at Def Jam Records, who signed them to a deal. Their debut album, Rock the House, was released in 1987. The album went gold. Their second album, He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper, was released in 1988. It was a smash hit, selling more than 3 million copies. In total, the duo would release 5 albums together. In 1988, Will earned the first Grammy ever for the newly formed rap category. Also, unfortunately, during the high times, Will was not paying his taxes. At 21 years old, Will was informed that he neglected to pay $2.8 million worth of taxes during his fat years. That's the same as around $6 million worth of debt, after adjusting for inflation. Speaking of his tough years in a 2018 interview, Smith said, "Being famous and broke is a shitty combination because you're still famous, and people recognize you. But they recognize you while you're sitting next to them on the bus." Around this time, Will was approached by super producer Quincy Jones about starring in a television show. Initially, Will vehemently rejected the idea of starring in a TV sitcom. He was terrified that this would make him look like even more of a sellout. But on the plus side, the gig came with a large paycheck. If the show was renewed for more seasons, the salary would go up. With the not-so-subtle encouragement from the IRS, Will signed on to star in the newly titled sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The IRS also arranged to have 70% of Will's salary garnished until his debt was completely paid off. Will has 2 children with his wife, Jada Pinkett, his wife since 1997. Their children, Jaden Smith and Willow Smith, are both in the entertainment industry. He also has a son named Trey with his first wife, Cherie Ampino. At the 94th Academy Awards, Will Smith walked on stage and slapped presenter and comedian Chris Rock, who just made a joke about Smith's wife's shaved head. In April 2022, Smith resigned from the Academy, and the organization announced its decision to ban him from future Oscar galas and other associated events for 10 years. Several of Will's projects were put on hold due to this incident and controversy. In conclusion, Will Smith has a net worth of $350 million. He is one of the highest-paid actors of the last 20 years, having earned hundreds of millions of dollars in move salaries alone. Will and his wife, Jada, own an impressive real estate portfolio that includes properties around the country.